Hey guys, welcome to another Future Trend Today video, and today we're going to touch on three very hot topics: the Coinbase direct listing, Gary Gensler's Senate confirmation, as well as the underdog making a comeback. And yes, I'm talking about Dogecoin. Yup, Dogecoin. We're going to get into all three topics right after the intro. But before we get into that, don't forget to hit that like button, the subscribe button, and also that notification bell so you don't miss a beat whenever I post a video. All right, let's do this. So if you're watching this video, I'm pretty sure you agree that this week was action-packed from start to finish. And it's only right that we add the Coinbase listing to the list as well, because, well, it's quite a big milestone, at least in my opinion, for the cryptocurrency space. For those of you that are unaware, Coinbase is a cryptocurrency exchange that was founded in 2012 by Brian Armstrong and Fred Ursum. And this is just an exchange where you can buy, sell, and trade cryptocurrencies. And according to this next article here by the blog Crypto unicorn Coinbase's shares begin trading on NASDAQ, and the price shoots above 400. Which is pretty monumental, because I think the initial expectation for the price of this stock was to begin around like the 280 mark, but it really actually started around 380 something and then went as high as, I think, 414. Well, I don't need to think, it's written in this article here, $414 on opening day. So mind you, opening day, they didn't actually start in the morning. The stock only started trading around midpoint of the day for whatever technical reasons they needed to delay that listing. It happened then, and it rode pretty high. So like for individuals that invested pretty early, it's a great opportunity to now probably buy in at a lower price than it was initially listed. But long story short, I think the horizon for this stock is definitely something to pay attention to, and is most likely destined to rise higher or to increase in value over time. Granted that the cryptocurrency asset class in itself is relatively new on a global scheme, or on a global scope or scale, whatever word or adjective you want to use, but it's definitely a great opportunity for this particular asset class to gain a lot of media attention. It's a great opportunity for individuals that are not necessarily aware of what cryptocurrencies are in general, but are aware of the traditional financial markets, to get exposed to a company that is directly involved in this new asset class. So that's why I believe it was a great a monumental milestone for money in general. So we'll see where this thing goes. Institutions are actually investing in this particular stock to the tunes of hundreds of millions. So it's only a time thing. Only time will tell. I, for one, am for the notion that it's always important to take your time and do your research and analyze whether it actually does fit your objectives and overall financial goals. And of course, make sure that you're speaking to your financial advisor, because I am certainly not your financial advisor. Heck, I'm not one at all. I'm just a fellow YouTuber and citizen of the earth, trying to figure out ways to make sure that my family's set for at least a good amount of time, based on what I can control. So whatever the case may be, it's a lot of risk that you'd be running if you're not doing your research on these kinds of things. So don't really take what I'm saying or talking about here as the gospel or anything that you should go by for your investments, but it's worth taking a look at and making your own conclusion. So that's number one. And before I leave or move on to the next topic, in case you were ever wondering how to get exposed to cryptocurrencies and how to essentially buy, sell, or trade cryptocurrencies, you can find a link in my description or in my comment section somewhere below this video, where you can essentially activate your own account and get started. So just leave it as simple as that. Make sure you're doing your research though. I have a couple videos on how to secure your cryptocurrencies offline. You can definitely scroll down in my playlist to take a look at that, and there's quite a few resources on YouTube for that information as well. So make sure to check those out. But definitely a couple links in my description, which I know will be of great value to you if you are trying to get an account. So go ahead and check them out. Either way, we're going to move on to topic number 2, which is a confirmation of Mr. Gary Gensler as the next chief of the SEC. This article I found interesting for two reasons, mainly because it sheds a negative and a positive light on the SEC. Why I say negative is because most people are still wondering why on earth SEC was capable of moving forward with a lawsuit against a cryptocurrency company, Ripple, namely, before actually determining whether cryptocurrencies are securities or not, or currencies, whatever the actual determination. SEC wasn't actually clear and didn't come out in advance to let the participants within the cryptocurrency space know what kind of ruling or designation they considered cryptocurrencies to be. And well, that's the uncertainty, which is the negative. But the positive end is, well, Gary Gensler is most likely the best option for the job, probably the most well-versed and competent person for the role. And that's only because, well, mainly because of his expertise with blockchain and distributed ledger technology. Well, how do I know this? Well, because he was the professor for this topic at MIT. So one can only assume that he will bring his knowledge to the table and hopefully come together with a good enough ruling, or at least a responsible enough ruling, to categorize cryptocurrencies for what they are. Currencies. I don't necessarily consider cryptocurrencies to be securities, but what do I know? I'm just a YouTuber here on Future Trend Today. Don't take my word for it. Do your own research and read between the lines as best as you can. But yeah, I found that pretty interesting. It's only a time game at this rate because not only has his nomination taken so long to confirm, but at the same time too, we're looking at a very controversial lawsuit that's going on between the SEC and a notable, and I'd like to say likely the most reputable company in the space, Ripple. So there's a lot leaning on the results of that lawsuit, and it's only time that will tell. Hopefully his appointment would, speed up that process of determining what XRP is, either a security or not a security.
2 years. First off, my position's very clear. XRP is not a security. All right.
Boom. All right. So I guess it's a little obvious that I have a little bit of a bias when it comes to a particular crypto asset or digital currency or whatever the classification is these days. But, I guess we'll find out one of these days. So I'm just going to leave it at that and move on to number 3. Number 3, I don't know how to explain it to you guys, but this came completely out of nowhere for me. Someone make sense of this stuff. Like, honestly, this is essentially a meme coin, right? Like, this has no utility outside of the fact that maybe, yes, you can hold it for sentimental reasons, or maybe I just ultimately need to be more educated on the benefits of Doge. It just seems like a really cool joke that has essentially landed well. And I guess the concept of April Fools just extended over to the midpoint of the month. I have no idea, but man, out of nowhere, Dogecoin is now literally, I think, charting last I checked. Oh my God. Yeah, so Dogecoin is past 35 cents. It hit 37 cents last I saw it, but there's no way to explain this stuff. So make sense of it, guys. What do you guys think? Is Dogecoin worth what it's currently being sold for, or is it essentially a trap? I have my reasons to believe that it isn't the wisest investment decision, but congratulations to every one of you who held really strong. I know a few people that have, and this is honestly just a great, it's honestly just a great party topic. So all the best. As always, thanks so much for joining me and for listening to Future Trend Today. If you guys enjoy this content and this style of delivering the videos to you guys, just make sure to hit the subscribe button as well as a like and that notification bell once more to notify you of any time that I post a video, and I'll make sure to catch you guys on the next one.